Hi YouTube! Welcome back to the channel. The final BT11 deck profile will be my MetalGarurumon deck profile that I just played at the core TCG regionals with, and I finished X2. I will put, after round 9 rounds, I'm going to put the information on top of the thumbnail and the title and whatever, so you guys know exactly what place I fell into. But the deck was fine. It was fun. I was a little more relaxed this time because I went the invite, and streaming ended up being quite a distraction. So, it was a fun time. It was a fun experience all around. I cannot complain. This will be the last time you probably see Melga for a long time, because I anticipate the deck to be dead in BT12. So enjoy this piece of history, the deck that dominated BT9, 10, EX3, and BT11 all at once. Hope you enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Turn notification on the smashed potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. And let's do it. Starting with the eggs, just force Omnimon during your turn. If you have a Garurumon or Omnimon, it's plus 1000 DP. It's just a DP boosting egg. You don't need draw power, you don't need anything else like that. The extra DP does help you get over magic numbers still in this format, so it's still fine. Going on to rookies, 4 copies of the all-4 starter deck Gabumon. All turns plus 1000 if you have 8 or more cards in hand. All turns matters. People still find this card annoying, so people eventually misplay with it. That's okay, not a big deal. 1000 all turns is pretty good. Then we have 4 copies of Gabu X. This card is an on-play when it's evolving, 0 on a Gabumon. If you do it, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add a Garurumon or Omnimon card, and the next antibody to your hand, bottom deck the rest of the cards. Sometimes you get the +2, sometimes you get 0. This card is just, it's a good card, it helps you deck thin, and you love to see it. 2 copies of EX1 Gabumon. When you attack, once per turn inheritable, real top 3 cards, add a Gabumon or Tamer to your hand, bottom deck the rest. It's just more deck thinning, gets you cool boy access, which is really important. And that's what it's there for, really. Then, to round up the rookies, 1 copy of Gabumon. The BT5 one, on play, real top 5, add a Garurumon card and an Omnimon card to your hand. Now, 11 rookies might seem like a low number, and to be fair, it kind of is. But with mulligans, it's okay, it's a little more forgiving. Plus, we play cheap champions. Plus, we play other good turn 1 plays, like Cool Boy, or even Davis, or Blue Boost, or whatever. So even if you mulligan twice, even if you don't, get a rookie, you still have other good turn 1 plays. So odds are you're doing something beneficial turn 1. So I think 11 rookies is honestly fine. We'll move on to the champions next, and it's 4 copies of the promo Garurumon. When attacking, draw a card, not once per turn. This card's just broken. That's honestly amazing. 4 copies of Garurumon X antibody. All turns battle protection by removing 2 sources in your stack with the same level. That's what it's there for. You hit it into security. It would die, no problem. Remove some sources, protect it, keep OTKing. That's what it's there for. It's been doing that all the way since BT9. And then 2 copies of BT5 Garurumon. It's effectively 1-cost evolution if Gabumon is in the Digivolution cards. Not Gabumon X, unfortunately. But if you have a Gabumon in there somewhere, get the 1 memory refund, as long as you do it on the field. And then it also has an all turns 1000 boost if you have Garurumon or Omnimon in the name, just like the egg. So this one actually comes up a lot. It does also enable you to hit some magic numbers. It's not as good, obviously, as infinite draws, basically. So we do play just 2 of it, but the boost does come up in the 1-cost Evo. It does allow you to, sometimes make a play that you normally wouldn't be able to because you don't have the memory to do it. The card's pretty good. Now we're moving on to Ultimates, and we have the 4 copies of the promo Garurumon. When attacking once per turn, if you have Garurumon Digivolution card, unsuspend the Digimon. Important to note, you cannot do that if Garurumon X antibody is your only level 4 in the stack. You need to have either the promo Garurumon or the BT5 Garurumon in the stack in order to unsuspend the Digimon. So very important. And then when inheritable is really where it shines. Security +1 if you have 8 or more cards in hand. That's what it's there for. It gets a free attack, then you evolve, and it's security +1, and those all sorts of ignorant things. Speaking of ignorant things, 4 copies of Garurumon X antibody. Evolves for free on a Garurumon. When you evolve, you unsuspend the Digimon, which is nice. Then if you have Garurumon or X antibody in the sources, bounce level 4 lowered to your opponent's hand. It's just there for extra attack and bouncing annoying rookies or champions to the hand. And it does the job very well. It was banned in the Ultimate Cup format for a reason, because this card's kind of absurd. Now we move on to the Megas, which is 2 copies of EX1 MetalGarurumon, which is actually pretty decent in this format. When dissolving, gain memory for every 4 cards in your hand, so usually it costs 2, sometimes 1. And then when attacking, if you have 8 or more cards in hand and a Tamer in play, you return one of your opponent's Digimon with on deletion to the bottom of the deck, which is pretty good. So I say it's really good right now because of things like Balmon. You know, they might do a Balmon play, get the on deletion, you know, bring back Beelzemon. Well, no problem. This just bounces at the bottom of the deck, and no Beelzemon shenanigans for them. You know what I mean? That's pretty powerful. Balmon's pretty common, and Beelzemon has all sorts of on deletion triggers, so it is good against that matchup and the odd other on deletion trigger that you might see here or there. Then we do 2 copies of MetalGarurumon X antibody. Valser 1 on the MetalGarurumon. When it's evolving, unsuspend a game blocker. So you have to unsuspend to gain the blocker, which is okay. And then your turn, once per turn, when unsuspends, you bounce all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to their hand. Very, very important. It does do all. So if your opponent is rushing you, no problem. Bounce all those rookies back to your hand. Card's kind of insane. And unsuspends, so it's an extra attack. This deck OTKs, unlike War Greymon or Ancient Greymon, just one thorough attack. It doesn't through other attacks. Like, you know, attack here, attack there, all over the stack. And it's been doing well since BT9. That's a good strategy for a reason. For our 7s, we play 1 copy of Blitz Omnimon, because sometimes you blitz for game. And when that isn't enough, sometimes you need the 1 copy of BT10 Omni X Antibody. So, it does evolve for 3 on an Omnimon. You reduce the cost by 2 if you have X Antibody and sources. When it's evolving, you basically bottom deck your opponent's Digimon on the highest level. And then as a when Digivolving, when attacking, once per turn effect, where you can bottom deck one of the level 6 sources or that antibody to look at your opponent's security and nuke a card from it. Really good against Beelzemon because they like to play multiple copies of Rival's Barrage and Deathslinger, and X Antibody just gets rid of those cards. Also good against Crossheart, getting rid of those Tamers. The peek at security and just trashing any card you want is really, really powerful. Usually, what I will do is like try to have Blitz Omnimon and this in the hand at the same time, while they have 1 security left, and then you Blitz on. Then you have the X Antibody option. While into this, it trashes less security. This becomes attack for game. So the combo is really cool. I think this card is kind of win more in my opinion, but I cannot deny that it has saved my ass a couple times in testing by getting rid of Rival's Barrage. So that card's pretty good, and that'll do it for the Digimon themselves. Move on to Tamers next with the 4 copies of Cool Boy because this card is still at 4, and you know, 2 cost, add a freaking X Antibody card and X Antibody to your hand on play is good, and then evolving same level X Antibody, getting my draw card is just absurd in this deck. That's one of the reasons why this deck, because it's so long, because Cool Boy is so crazy. And then 1 copy of Davis. It's a Memory Tamer, that's you card 99% of the time. I don't want multiple copies of it. 1 is fine. 1 allows you to like evolve new Garurumon in the back, and then safely evolve to where Garurumon and still keep turn by promoting it upwards, and that's okay for me. But sometimes you don't even need that because your Cool Boys give you memory. Going into options, we also play options that give you memory, like 3 copies of Blue Memory Boost. The accessible memory is very powerful. The delay of 2 memory later is good, and then you get to get your blue card when you activate your blue Digimon card, which most of your deck is, so usually this card never misses. Though I have missed with this card, and it's kind of awkward. When you don't miss, it's usually pretty good. 2 copies of X Antibody. All along, I've been hemming and hawing between 2 and 3. I think with Mulligans and Cool Boys and all that, I think 2 is fine. You really want it there for the battle tricks because you need it for the inheritable when attacking Evolve. That's what it's there for. And security, it gives you memory and goes to your hand, which is really, really cool. It also can't be source stripped, so it's good against things like Blue Flare or whatever, Blue Hybrid that's going around now. But the X Antibody is essentially a combo piece that you need, but you don't usually have too much difficulty finding it. Sometimes you do and it sucks, but most of the time you don't. And I'd rather play other cards in my deck than a 3rd X Antibody, so we stick with 2. We play 2 copies of Hammer Spark, because Hammer Spark is there for the extra memory when you don't have a memory boost, and that's fine. We play 1 copy of Ice Wall, because Ice Wall's that 1, and it's broken. And the last 2 cards of the deck are something I really like, Rattlestar. So Rattlestar is a 5-cost option that, when you activate it, return one opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the hand, but if your opponent has 3 more Digimon in play, you actually bottom deck any Digimon on your opponent's side of the field. This is good against D-Reaper, honestly, which, D-Reaper people are here now. So having an out to D-Reaper is kind of important, because the rest of the deck is all level-based removal, so it can't do anything. But to be honest, decks go wide. Beelzebub goes wide. Sometimes Cross goes wide. And other decks do random go wide here and there. So the ability to hit Rattlestar and security mounts anything you want at the bottom of the deck is very powerful. And activating from hand for 5 to bounce something and make your opponent lose tempo is still really strong regardless. And that'll do it. That is Melga, BT11. I hope this deck is dead. I never have to worry about it again. But it was a fun time to play it one time. I enjoyed myself. It was really, really cool. I lost to Melga, round 8, Medbay, good guy. And I lost to Michael, the Canada boy, round 4. He's playing Black or Gray. I beat 2 Cross and a whole onslaught of other matchups. It was crazy. But anyway, yeah, I had a fun time. I enjoyed myself. It was nice to play Melga for once, and hopefully never again. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and we'll see you later. Bye.